Hidden beauty took control the day I stopped pretending that the only version of me worth showing was the one everyone expected. I didn't wake up planning to change my life. I woke up expecting another ordinary Monday, another routine commute, another day where I smiled on the outside while quietly wondering why something always felt incomplete. If someone had told me that one unexpected invitation would completely change the direction of my future, I would have laughed and gone back to work. But life has a strange way of revealing the answers we avoid the longest. It started when my friend Emma asked if I could help with a charity fashion exhibition. She wasn't asking me to model or stand in front of cameras. She simply needed another pair of hands to organize clothing, prepare displays, and assist the design team. I almost declined because I knew nothing about fashion, but she smiled and said, "You always notice details everyone else misses. That's exactly why I want her help." On the first day, I walked into the exhibition hall expecting chaos. Instead, I found creativity everywhere. Designers discussed fabrics with incredible passion. Volunteers arranged displays with patience. Every outfit represented a different story, a different personality, a different emotion. It wasn't just clothing. It was storytelling without words. While helping organize one display, an elderly designer named Sophia watched me quietly as I adjusted the lighting around a collection. "You moved those lights for a reason," she said. "I just thought the colors looked better this way." She smiled. "Exactly. You notice how presentation changes emotion." Nobody had ever described one of my habits as a talent before. Throughout the week, Sophia invited me to spend time with the design team. She explained why certain colors created calm while others suggested confidence. She showed me how small details completely changed the feeling of an entire collection. Every conversation opened another door I never knew existed. At home, I found myself sketching ideas inspired by everything I had learned. The drawings were simple, but they made me feel something I hadn't experienced in years: curiosity. Every page became an experiment instead of a test. Every mistake became another lesson instead of another reason to quit. One evening, Emma noticed my notebook lying open on the kitchen table. "You've been drawing every night." I didn't even realize. She turned several pages before looking back at me. "You're happier." That single sentence caught me off guard. I hadn't noticed it myself. For years, I believed happiness arrived after success. Instead, I discovered it often appears while we're learning, growing, and allowing ourselves to explore new interests without worrying about perfection. A month later, Sophia invited me to attend a weekend design workshop. I almost refused because everyone else seemed far more experienced. She laughed when I told her that. "Experience teaches technique," she said. "Curiosity teaches vision." Those words stayed with me. The workshop challenged every participant to create something inspired by a personal memory. While others immediately started sketching, I sat quietly wondering where to begin. Then I remembered my grandmother's old garden. Every spring, she planted flowers in places where everyone else saw empty ground. She used to tell me, "Beauty is often hidden until someone gives it the chance to grow." That memory became the heart of my project. Instead of designing around trends, I designed around hope. When I presented the finished concept, the room became unusually quiet. Finally, Sophia smiled. "You stopped trying to impress people." I looked confused. "What do you mean?" "This project feels honest." Those two words meant more than any award could have. For the first time, I wasn't creating what I thought people wanted to see. I was creating something that genuinely reflected my perspective. Weeks later, the workshop hosted a public exhibition where every participant displayed one original design concept. Standing beside my work, I expected criticism. Instead, people asked questions. They wanted to know the story behind the colors, the reason behind certain details, the memories that inspired the project. I realized something important. People connect with honesty far more than perfection. That evening, after the exhibition ended, I walked home carrying my sketchbook under one arm. Emma smiled as soon as I opened the front door. "So?" I laughed. "I think I finally understand." "Understand what?" "I spent years believing confidence was something people either had or didn't. And now, I think confidence grows every time we choose curiosity over fear. She nodded. I've been waiting for you to discover that. Later that night, I opened a brand new notebook. The first page was completely blank. Months earlier, an empty page would have intimidated me. Now it felt full of possibility. I wrote one sentence across the top. Hidden beauty never took control of my life. It simply waited until I stopped hiding from my own potential. I closed the notebook with a smile. Tomorrow no longer felt uncertain. It felt like another opportunity to keep learning, creating, and becoming a little more honest than I had been the day before.